Just the worst, bitch.
I'm seeing a lot of like stuff about the pussy grabbing, and I'm seeing a lot about him being a fascist. I'm just trying to get the scoop on those things. What does that sign mean? Clearly white skin does not equal fair skin, BLM. What does that mean?
It means that race is still prominent in our society, and Trump's not doing anything to stop furthering that.
So what would you say are some of the ways that racism manifests in current day? Like systemic, you would say systemic racism is still a thing?
Yes. Oh yes, I definitely would say that the refusal to recognize that Black Lives Matter, that the fight is valid.
Yeah. I think like maybe to be charitable to like I guess conservatives, they would say that yes, Black lives do matter, but they would focus on like crime in the inner city and stuff like that, and like public education being subpar for Black students and things like that. You know, like in MPS, I think we have like a 50% Black graduation rate. And if you point that out, people are like, well, you're being racist. You need to check your white privilege and all this stuff. You're white-splaining, things of that nature. So.
Well, I would say that considering that racism generally stems from white people, I mean, we don't have as much of a right to explain to them, but like, I'm here protesting because I think it's wrong, and I think everyone should recognize that the success rates are not, they're partly our fault, they're everyone's fault.
Well, I mean, so you would say that like a deeply embedded system of white supremacy is part of the reason why, like for instance, MPS has like a 50%, like Black kids aren't graduating and aren't reading at their grade level, like way below like white, Asian, and Hispanic students.
Yes.
So like what can we do? What would you say we could do about that to like help out? It's complicated. I mean,
well, I deal with this on a
fund the public schools.
I mean, I'm a school board.
They're heavily funded. That's we're like
they're not.
No, MPS is like the 14th
school board member. No, they're not.
MPS is the 14th highest spending school district in the country.
Lots of stuff to deal with.
Like $15,000 per student or something like that, isn't it?
But it's part of the problem you've got in an urban school district.
Yeah.
Is you have a huge number of students who are coming in with some very systemic disadvantages, and it's not necessarily race as much as it's related to poverty. Is that students from a poor background, regardless of race, tend to start out with some very serious disadvantages, especially in terms of literacy, and that they have a smaller vocabulary. Is that it's not. I don't think it's so much that low-income parents don't care about their kids as that they don't have the time or the energy to read to their kids the same way that upper income, simply because they're just trying to survive.
I think a lot of issues are like there might not also be access to like proper mental health care for low income people as well.
And there is, and that
could be an issue as well.
And that's one big thing. That's one big thing we're working on, and we're seeing is we have opened up several mental health clinics at several of our elementary schools, and they have been really, really successful. We've seen some just tremendous benefits from doing it, and so I mean a big part of it is just resources. If you have the resources.
Thank you very much. I gotta get this.
Thank you.
Subscribe, bitch.